Hello. The drama in Salem is about to reach new heights, as the body and soul serial killer continues their reign of terror in the February 4, 2025 episode of Days of Our Lives. With each new attack, the town is left reeling, and it seems that no one is truly safe from the mysterious figure who has turned their sights on more victims. One recent survivor of the chaos is Bonnie, who miraculously lived through a terrifying fall down an elevator shaft. Though she escaped with her life, the same may not be true for others. The killer seems to be growing more emboldened, and their next target may be a Pineview resident, or perhaps several. The tension is mounting as the body count continues to rise. Meanwhile, an eerie discovery is made when Leo comes into possession of the latest body and soul script. As he flips through the pages, the scene playing out in real life is disturbingly close to the fiction being written. Hattie is found seemingly unconscious in Leo's bed, a moment that raises more questions than answers. Is she another victim of the serial killer, or is something more sinister at play? While Kayla has recently been cast in the soap within a soap, her husband Steve may not be so lucky. Just as Kayla steps into the glitz and glamour of the body and soul set, tragedy may be striking closer to home. As Steve clutches his chest, his pain is evident. Could this be the work of the killer? Or is he suffering from a sudden, unrelated medical crisis? The timing is too coincidental, leaving those closest to him in a state of panic. Over at the DeMera mansion, Chanel arrives with a heavy heart, preparing to meet Johnny face to face. After all the pain caused by his betrayal, it seems as though she has found it in her heart to forgive him. What starts as a heartfelt moment quickly turns into something far more unsettling. Their romantic reunion is short-lived when Johnny suddenly collapses, leaving Chanel to scramble for help. Is this another strike from the deadly serial killer, or is something else afflicting the people of Salem? Elsewhere, Alex finds himself waking up next to Joy, oblivious to the danger that lurks just around the corner. Unbeknownst to him, his name is the next one on the serial killer's list. The grim fate that has already befallen so many could soon be his own. When Stephanie arrives to check on him, she makes a horrifying discovery. Alex is unconscious, completely unresponsive. A race against time begins as she desperately tries to revive him, knowing that every second could mean the difference between life and death. Will anyone manage to put an end to the horror before it's too late? Or will the serial killer claim yet another life, leaving the town in even deeper despair? The drama in Salem is set to intensify on Days of Our Lives as secrets unravel, relationships are tested, and lives hang in the balance. The episode airing on Tuesday, February 4th, promises shocking revelations for the cast and crew of Body and Soul, and the impact will be deeply felt by everyone involved. Stephanie's new job with Paulina was supposed to be all about public relations, but she quickly finds herself entangled in something much more sinister. When she fails to handle a blackmail situation effectively, Paulina decides that her services are no longer needed and fires her. This abrupt decision leaves Stephanie reeling, but she barely has time to process her dismissal before being thrown into yet another crisis. It turns out that her job wasn't just about managing PR, she was also expected to play detective. With Paulina's husband, Abe, and Kate having hired her to handle publicity for Body and Soul, she is suddenly tasked with uncovering the truth behind a series of alarming incidents. The stakes are high as Stephanie investigates who poisoned the cupcakes and who tampered with the elevator, causing Bonnie's injury. Just when it seems like she's hitting a dead end, she uncovers information that could change everything. But will her findings come too late to prevent another tragedy? With time running out, Stephanie must navigate a web of deception, leading her closer to the truth, but also placing her in grave danger. Meanwhile, Joy is working hard to regain control of her life, and she believes Alex might be the key to making that happen. She has a plan that could benefit them both, or, at the very least, keep them from spiraling further into trouble. Alex, at a crossroads himself, agrees to hear her out. With not much else on his plate at the moment, he figures he has nothing to lose. However, what starts as a mutually beneficial arrangement could soon lead to unexpected complications, especially as their pasts come back to haunt them. Old wounds resurface, and as they confront their history, they realize their fates may be more intertwined than they ever expected. On the other side of town, Chanel spends the majority of Jada's bachelorette party venting about Johnny's infidelity, making sure everyone knows exactly how she feels about his betrayal. Johnny, meanwhile, is drowning in guilt at Rafe's bachelor party, struggling to come to terms with his actions. Their Cold War could stretch on indefinitely unless one of them decides to take the first step toward an honest conversation. But will either of them be willing to break the ice, or will their pride keep them locked in this endless cycle of resentment? The tension between them grows heavier, and with the wedding fast approaching, their unresolved feelings could lead to an explosive confrontation. Leo, always one to stir up trouble, finds himself in the middle of another mystery when he accuses Hattie of being a revenge killer. Hattie vehemently denies his allegations, but Leo isn't one to drop a theory so easily. His relentless pursuit of the truth begins to wear on Hattie's patience, and she makes it very clear that she needs him to stop, immediately. But with Leo, persistence is part of the game, and he isn't about to back down. However, as tensions escalate, it becomes clear that the real threat might be lurking in the shadows, far closer than either of them realizes. The killer's identity remains a mystery, but the danger is all too real, and it's only a matter of time before the next victim falls. Bonnie may have survived her terrifying fall down the elevator shaft, but the danger in Salem is far from over. A killer is on the loose, and the residents of Pineview may be next on their list. As the fear spreads, everyone wonders who will be the next victim, and whether the perpetrator will be caught before it's too late. The chilling possibility that the murderer could be someone they know sends shockwaves through the town, and paranoia begins to take hold. With each passing moment, the residents become more desperate to uncover the truth before another innocent life is taken. Things take a dramatic turn when Hattie, in a bizarre twist, hands Leo a script before seemingly passing out in his bed. Is she merely exhausted, or is there something far more sinister at play? The timing of her collapse raises serious questions, and Leo suddenly finds himself at the center of yet another mystery, one that could have deadly consequences. As he scrambles to make sense of what's happening, he realizes that the answers may be hidden within the very script she handed him, but decoding its meaning could prove to be a dangerous game. As the chaos unfolds, Steve and Kayla find themselves in a precarious situation. With Kayla having stepped into the limelight as Body and Soul's newest star, all eyes are on her. However, the excitement surrounding her new role is overshadowed by a sudden and terrifying turn of events. Steve clutches his chest in pain, and panic sets in. Could he be suffering the same fate as his wife, or is this something even more dangerous? As the episode unfolds, viewers will be left wondering if this beloved couple will survive yet another ordeal, or if this is the moment that changes everything.